Warning! The following episode contains derogatory language. Viewer discretion is advised. As now we check in with VShojo's Froot, recently attending Okami Expo as both a maid and robot, as she is also getting ready to attend Anime Expo this weekend alongside other members of VShojo. That all while we have Ant-chan, also known as Ant-Hime or Ant Princess, a VTuber who has created other videos criticizing other VTubers. Ant-Hime's latest video focusing on Froot, being centered around Froot's past before she had even joined VShojo. Ant-Hime later tweeting out to Team YouTube, "My latest video was falsely copyright strike by Muso TNT Limited, a company that also falsely copyright strike your other content creators." Ant-Hime providing this screenshot with the takedown being issued by this Muso TNT Limited group, with Ant-Hime then tweeting out 2 days later, for those who don't think Froot from VShojo was the one behind the copyright strike, then providing this screenshot under the content used category and listing Apricot Froot acting on behalf of VShojo Incorporated. And Hime would further tweet out, "Already said this on my Discord server, but please do not harass anyone mentioned." And Hime then immediately going on to retweet this artwork of herself choking out Froot. Days later, Ant-Hime would further post this screenshot saying, "Good morning, VShojo Froot. I live rent-free in her head," as here it does appear that Froot has blocked Ant-Hime on Twitter.com. There had been a few aggressive calls for TVS to cover this copyright strike, Ant-Hime going on to like one of those instances herself, as also being demanded to cover this particular story was VTuber Bunnyman Kyo. And upon talking about the situation in brief on one of his videos, it would receive this reply, stating, "Watched Ant's video, not a Froot fan, but saw in the comments that someone was asking for leaked nudes. And Hime told them to join her Discord, where she happily shared them. Instantly became the bad guy for me, hate revenge porn to the core, and she clearly doesn't care about ethics, morals, and whatnot." Kyo going on to respond that he was not aware of this, leading us now to Ant-Hime's Discord, where in May she would state, "Found a couple of homemade nudes from a couple of VTubers. I'll make a G drive for you degenerates to view once the videos are done." And then 1 month later, Ant-Hime on her Discord would post, "Froot nudes baby," saying further, "Froot video is almost done. So here's that whore's nudes." Ant-Hime then going on to pin that message in her Discord, and also even going so far as to reply to that comment on Kyo's video, saying, "To clarify, people were curious on what it looked like, so I sent them in my server. LOL. Like I said, in my original video, they were leaked by one of the exes," or something along those lines. And further replying, "I wouldn't really say it's revenge, due to the fact that some people were just curious on it like if they were real. And like I said, they were on a publicly available forum." And Hime on her Discord further saying, "Ayo, like or check the reply of the nudes comment on the Kyo vid." And while Ant-Hime has stated that this was apparently available on a public forum, that same day when posting these photos, she would state, "I had to go through hundreds of thread pages, join Discord servers, and ask other people just for info." This admission to posting the photos being surprising to many, going on to cite numerous laws, including one that actually pertains to the region where Ant-Hime claims that she resides in. These laws clearly stating that distributing these types of photos is illegal. And Hime would say further of these photos that Froot herself looked anorexic, making this claim time and time again, including this instance where she did include the photo, which we have mostly censored out here, and Hime stating she is a skeleton. But this particular photo striking us as very, very odd. The proportions of the main body being very peculiar, but most especially the left arm here, which appears to simply be melting away, as if this photo was generated by AI. And upon checking in with some other sources, TVS was provided with another photo, which we have cropped and blurred here. This image also being one that Froot herself consensually posted online, showing herself not undressed and also with a fully formed arm. However, this photo did share the same head and face as this supposed nude photo, bringing into question the legitimacy of this quote-unquote nude photo of Froot, as confirming further with our sources sources, the other 5 photos provided by Ant-Hime are actually not of Froot at all. These other 5 photos not showing any face and being counterclaimed as that of another woman. Ant-Hime further sharing on her Discord art of herself and of Froot, alongside also with this artwork. Ant-Hime alerting everyone on the server and saying, go check that drawing. LOL, not sure if I want to retweet it due to the fact it's making me think of Mr. Can't Breathe. This further revealing a major issue that many have found with Ant-Hime's Discord, that being that she herself has posted numerous derogatory messages. Earlier this month, taking some effort to try to clean it up, installing this anti-swear bot and saying pretend that bot doesn't exist, and further stating just testing some bots out in general. Musk being mean to Discord bots and too much in-word bombs from one user. You can use it, but not that much. You can say the word undetected if you're going to put monkeys and that word in the same sentence. And Hime months prior saying, I love the text logs on this server. It's full of either Jew jokes or the N-word. If I want a laugh, I just scroll back on deleted messages by the bot on this server. Having earlier stated, the princess and knights, that being herself and her mods, are the only ones here who have the N-word pass. Having also posted, the mods and me are the chads here, as Ant-Hime would time and time again post different variations of this slur, at times ending with the A, but most times ending with the ER. This would go on and on and on and further on and further on. The most recent instance being from just a few weeks ago and semi-censored, and Hime making other racially charged posts saying the monkey emote is cute. I want to pet the monkey. We love monkeys, alongside bless the man who named the country. We also have instances of anti-Semitism. Posting here the back and forth between herself and her editors, making further derogatory marks here and earlier this year here. Ant-Hime, who self-identifies as Asian, would herself many times make derogatory Asian slurs, using not just slurs but also criticizing their voices, stating they also look so similar to one another, and clarifying that she does not live in mainland China. Homophobic remarks from Ant-Hime were also posted, at times mixing that observation with observation of race, in this instance being both homophobic and anti-Semitic in this comment, sharing how she gets her phone from her parents, and then further referring to them with a slur. Anti-white sentiment is also here, much of this aimed particularly at white women, that as last month Ant-Hime would share her hatred of white women here and how it grows stronger and stronger. Ant-Hime would also use her Discord to direct her users to different image board threads, that all while she is potentially constructing her next video, with Nanners being the particular subject put in focus. Ant-Hime further sharing, not gonna lie, I for real don't know if I want to just provide all the links on my research on the future update video. If I provide it in the description, you guys will definitely harass those sites and the admins. So once again, that being Ant-chan, posting photos to her own Discord that are either fake or are breaking the law. But going back to that copyright strike, which is a major subject of interest for our channel, TVS was provided logs and sources pointing to evidence that Froot herself was not aware of this video until the day it was taken down, and was not actually aware that it was copyright struck until 2 days later when this post was made. TVS further has now reached out to VShojo to see if they have a comment on the matter, as we were given further indications that VShojo leadership was not pleased with this takedown, and then giving TVS this statement: VShojo is updating processes on content reviews and its takedown policy that include better synchronization with creators and staff with clearer internal guidelines. We always want to protect our talent, but recognize the need to have clearer policies in place when reviewing content that involves them. For example, Froot was not involved in this takedown process. So once again, VShojo on record stating that their talent Froot was not involved in the copyright strike. Froot herself receiving loads of harassment, including by this piece from King Maiden Slayer, the mid-tier god. What? Quote retweeting Froot and saying, your time is coming, fool. Lich VTuber, soon you shall face a true threat. This now bringing us over to Sandstone, a detective VTuber, sharing that this same person tried to hate raid their server and is threatening to raid their Twitch, saying I was asleep and my server just owned him by accident. Love you guys. This individual going on to post, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I don't know how no one knows who I am. GG Maiden Slayer, the mid-tier god slayer of VTubers, destroyer of the furry community. Like, I'm not some kind of troll. No, I raid people on a daily basis. So how come is it the VTuber of this server doesn't know me? Like, bro, I have went after countless VTubers, even got blocked by Silvervale. Sandstone sharing further, he hate raided me while I wasn't live. This particular raider being called the Mr. Bean of supervillains. And speaking of villains, now we also have VShojo's Ironmouse, the demon queen here in Nindoroid form. Good Smile saying, Nindoroid Ironmouse is seen here dazzling the stage with song. That while Ironmouse, during her second subathon, would go on to surpass the total number of subscribers from her first subathon in 2022, breaking that record with days to spare and saying, we did it, bros. We crushed last year's record. I love you guys. Thank you for all the incredible support and thank you for watching. Today has been a magical day. That as Ironmouse holds the number 4 all-time sub record on twitch.tv. That is also being listed at number 1 here by Streams Charts, saying with our improved filters, we can showcase Twitch's top VTubers of 2023. This listing fully demonstrating that Korean VTubers absolutely dominate the twitch.tv platform, securing positions 3 through 10 on this chart, while we look at another chart regarding the Artist Fox VTuber Annie, recently debuting this new look and this morning sharing, so the gun emotes are allowed, but not this. Twitch.tv apparently not letting anyone take the L. That is, Annie is also ranked here as the 3rd top female Twitch streamer in the 3rd week of June. Annie currently running her own subathon, and at the time being the 14th most active sub channel on all of Twitch, racking up over 37,000 paid subscriptions. Next up, we also have FaZe Connect's Pipkin Pippa, alerting Twitter support, saying, I understand you're trying to keep the platform safe for everyone, but my friend, Sleepy Project, has been permanently banned over posting a famous video game quote, not directed at anyone, and it was on its own and not adding or quote retweeting. That tweet reading, I refuse to discuss the subject further. My opinion will not change. If you continue to annoy me, I will kill you. This discussion is over. Pippa further tweeting, she's tried to contact support. For some reason, she hasn't been getting any response. Please look into this situation a bit more closely. With Pippa then posting examples of other accounts using the same quote, further updating, they went and took down the other people quoting the game as well. Twitter support, what the F is your problem? It's a video game quote, not directed at anyone. We will update if we do see the return of Sleepy, aka Better Pippa, as Pippa was also a part of this celebration, that being FaZe Origin's 2nd debut anniversary, with FaZe Connect also making this anniversary merch announcement, providing prints, keychains, acrylic plates, desk clocks, and getting the most attention, stackable plushies. FaZe Connect also tweeting out there was a mistake in the descriptions of the stackable plushies where the dimensions were incorrectly displayed, now giving us much bigger dimensions, leading us over to the resident dumpster diving trash bear of FaZe Connect, Fujikura Uruka, the blue bear plushie being memed here, saying nice balls, bro. Uruka quote retweeting that with a yeah. Anyways, get your Uruka plushies. You can slap her like I slap balls. That as Uruka was also involved in a group cover song, now fully premiered, while also being captured in public here. Mitsuo taking this photo and saying, favorite McD worker. Uruka going on to swear, I'm not a McDonald's employee. Leading us over to McDonald's Japan, who went on to tweet out these silhouettes, then going on to reveal 3 McSanji Japan livers, that being Kanai, Fua, and Belmont, as who is also loving it is McSanji's Etna Crimson, retweeting this McDonald's Indonesia tweet, advertising a wedding catering package. Etna saying, how about we get married right now? And bringing us over to McSanji English's Petra Gurin, reacting to that McDonald's Japan announcement with McSanji McDonald's collab, as Maria Marionette would term McSanji. Oh yes, we are loving it. That all while Petra Gurin has hit 500,000 subscribers on YouTube.com, being provided this special celebration artwork from Zuwai Neko, but also as Petra was crying and had her heart broken. That due to the news of Nina Kosaka's upcoming graduation, set for Friday of next week on July 7th. One part of a recent Etheria collaboration, especially now, stands out.
I'm a quitter. We can't all be quitters.
Embrace it.
Please, we can't all be quitters.
We're
I'm a
Etheria.
quitter. No, I'm the quitter, please. Stop! Jesus Christ!
guys.
You cannot do that to... No, man.
I did not mean it like that.
Come on, Mom.
No, I mean, oh, you're so bad.
Nina Kosaka currently recovering from cold-like symptoms, but also thanking her followers for 1 million views on her cover of God Sees All featuring Ike Evelyn. That is, we also have Synchronicity, aka Sayu Okami. Upon that news of the graduation of Nina Kosaka, tweeting out, "I know it doesn't mean much coming from someone like me, and this will probably sound conceited, but I mean this in the kindest way and with the warmest smiles. I'm so proud of her. She's so strong, always has been, and I always believed she deserves way more than she thinks." This VTuber also going on to share, "So I have an email account connected to my Epic Games account that I can no longer access. It was a company account that I'm no longer in, so I can't access it to get confirmation codes to change the email address to my own again. I've been using this account since 2016, and they say that there is no way to prove that I'm the original account creator, not through my address or connected accounts or even the original email I made it with. I will not purchase all those games again, the few that they do have that I enjoy. Kind of disappointing." And very lastly, with McSanji, we have a proof of life from Yuzuki Roa, having not streamed for over 2.5 years now, but still being considered an active McSanji talent. This as Roa has been undergoing legal proceedings, and as McSanji is offering up new merch and voice packs featuring this particular liver. Celebrating her birthday once again after 2.5 years of inactivity, having done the same last year after a 1.5 years of inactivity. These voice goods being advertised as new voice goods from this talent, and potentially very lucrative for them as well. Alright, and next up we have omocat, now properly debuted as a VTuber, and recently issuing out this statement, saying it has been circling around in the background, but recently people have been spreading around things I said 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was in fact cringe, a repressed art student that spent their childhood and teenage years terminally online, desensitized by the unfiltered internet. I had self-destructive tendencies, and to cope with the pain, created and tweeted various wild and edgy things without fully understanding their implications. Since then, I have lived through 10 years of life experience as an adult and have long since moved on. I have changed and grown as a human and an artist, which is evident in my current work. My recent work and words are a better reflection of myself, so I hope people can see me based on that instead. Thank you." As we are also thankful for Trickywi, the chaotic Egyptian harpy dragon, recently releasing both a body pillow and mousepad with Uwu Market. Artist Rose Bell saying, "Which is your favorite, front or back?" That while Tricky would post this, "I'm not even active on TikTok. Did I get hacked and not even know it?" Showing that her account is banned on the TikTok platform, and saying further, "I don't even make content on there. I logged in for the first time in 2 years because someone asked if I was banned, and I assumed they were talking about an imposter. I logged in as usual and I'm banned. My profile has likes too. What?" And speaking of platforms, we also have Twitch.tv, now rolling out new content classification labels, saying this is to clarify when streamers should label their streams and give viewers more info about the content they see. Leading us over to Daff, an editor for Neurosama, tweeting, "The new content warning is doing more harm than good. Since it's listed that ASMR content needs to have the sexual warning, people now expect me to be sexual and come in having expectations that I want to have sex talks with them." Further commenting on that, we have Nikomata VTuber Leah saying having to mark streams as quote-unquote sexual content for ASMR streamers who just want to provide comfort makes me so incredibly uncomfortable. Streamers are already complaining that newer chatters see the quote-unquote sexual content warning, and it can give the notion that the streamer will do 18 plus ASMR and requests. Also chiming in on this is Milky Ways, saying it seems like now you have to mark ASMR streams on Twitch as sexual content, which is only going to open the door to more people getting banned for doing ASMR, and also creeps coming in and saying weird stuff. This really sucks for those of us who do ASMR for comforting reasons. I understand this is a result of those people who abuse the ASMR tag to do weird stuff like deep throating the mic, but man, this just sucks entirely. Now we all have to suffer. As suffering from success is Lopi, now celebrating 500 million subscribers. Yeah, actually it's just 500,000, but wow, that's 500,000. As recently at Off-Kai Expo, Lopi could be seen pulling a knife on fellow 500,000 subscribed VTuber Petra Gurin, then brandishing the weapon here at ironmouse, then threatening Galgura and Amelia Watson until she was finally outgunned by another unhinged buntuber. And speaking of unhinged, it's one of our finest co-hosts, Lae-Dee, bringing us even more things VTubers say.
Thanks, False. Funky Skunk Tob has now reached over 50,000 followers on Twitch. That, while also in collaboration with Makeshift, you can now order this son of a skunk plushie, as there have now been over 200 plushies sold. The real Tobs themselves need someone to call Life Alert. Illustrator Sarue shares a sneak peek on their upcoming figurine that is in collaboration with Novel Horizons, now with only 1 week left before it's gone. Ditto releases their cover of Idol from Yaasobi that, while having finally cleared this infamous rage game only up, and humbly bragging about their FPF skills. Cloud VTuber Torn Bubble recently debuts with not only a new model but also new alerts, thanking everyone so much who showed up to their debut, as Torn Bubble is finally excited to be using their model. Starry investigator and masquerade host Shy Starfall has finally returned with his series Starfall Masquerade, with their first guest being Shark Sprite, as this first rendition of season 2 holds many more guests in the lineup. Half Yokai Senna shares that their most liked tweet was turning themselves into an anime, as they have not only done it once but have done it twice. And speaking of anime and cartoons, we have Toon streamer Big Nose Bug, who is delightfully known for making cakes and treats on stream. That is, as recently they have been making ice cream rolls, but not your typical ice cream rolls, as these flavors consist of burgers, pizza, and hot wings, which have unfortunately taken a toll on Bug's stomach, though that'll never get Bug down, as Bug's favorite husband, Wade Ripple, will always be there to cheer her up. That, while making a positive note to remind chat to make sure your streamer stays hydrated. What the fuck? And now back to you, False.
Thank you, Lae-Dee. And now we turn to another co-host. It's Hai-Dee. Take it away.
Hi everyone! Starting off, we take a look at Prism Project's Shiki Miyoshino, as she has just recently announced that she is making her big debut as a musical artist under Sony Music labels, with her first single Hanahaki Syndrome releasing on July 12th, making her one step closer to her goal of releasing a full album, as Shiki shares her excitement, thanking everyone for the support to herself and the agency, as well as thanking Sony Music for the opportunity. But continuing on, Shiki, along with the rest of Prism Project's third generation, also celebrates their recent second anniversary with the release of special merchandise, available for order now until July 11th, as well as announcing that their new outfits are also in production. And like with the previous Prism Project new outfit design events, fans are able to participate in the process yet again. Just follow each member's preferred themes and guidelines, submit your designs to their respective hashtags, and maybe you'll get to see your designs as the talents each review them on stream. Next up, we have My Hollow TV announcing their talents Liliana Vampire and Lunaris Udifi coming together to form an official cover group unit, Kenso, for their song cover of Guitar, Loneliness, and Blue Planet, out now on Lunaris' YouTube channel. Kenso also shares with us their official fan name Kensogaki, as well as general and art hashtags to let our inner Kenso shine, and share all of your excitement for this group. Though another VTuber agency duo also releasing more fun content for us is the first generation of V4 Mirai, announcing the creation of a free visual novel game, Crystallis, made by and featuring the two talents, now available to play in your browser. Though it is advised on the site that the game is, quote, not for babies and people who hate fun, but hopefully neither of those will apply to you. And lastly, we check in with Aiko Air's Athena Nightingale, the owl combat medic slash nurse VTuber, giving us an update about her job, working the last night of her 12-hour night shifts at the current hospital she works at now, as she is now working day shifts instead. She is still working full-time at the clinic and won't be streaming every day, but having day shifts now allows for a new and better schedule for Athena, as she now hopes to be streaming more regularly. So we can be sure to see more of her soon. And that's all from me. Back to you, False.
Thank you so much, Hai-Dee. As we also have thanks to give to both Windrea, offering up this happy birthday, Hai-Dee, alongside this piece by Katagawan, with Hai-Dee on that cake. And that is all for this episode. As always, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe below. Send in your VTuber news to our Discord, and we'll have more things VTubers say for you soon.